Hey YouTube, welcome and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see by the title, today we're going to be talking about how to be obsessed with yourself, okay? And the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I feel like whenever you start to get obsessed with yourself, and you're only obsessed with the life and identity that you're cultivating, I feel like that's literally one of the fastest cheat codes to leveling up. And when you start pouring all of your time, your energy, and all of your resources into things that actually benefit you and actually make you the best version of yourself, you start to unlock new levels of confidence that you never knew that you had. And once you unlock that confidence and you really start to embody it, it shows up in so many different aspects in your life so beautifully. And I really feel like, why not be obsessed with yourself? It's your life and you're the only person that has to live your life. Just because other people might hate their life does not mean that I have to hate mine. Just because other people might hate themselves doesn't mean that I have to hate myself. And as long as I'm okay and what I'm doing is working for me, that's what I'm going to do, okay? So if you find value from this video, please leave a like or a comment down below. It really helps my channel out a lot to know that you like these videos. I love each and every one of y'all so much. Thank y'all for always supporting me here on my journey. Thank you to all of my subscribers who have been here from the beginning, and thank you to all of my new subscribers. I love each and every one of y'all so much, okay? Go ahead and follow me on my Instagram right down below on the screen, and we're gonna get right into it. So my first tip on becoming obsessed with yourself is to adopt a new mindset and perspective on yourself. And one mindset, or just something that I heard in the beginning of my self-love journey that really helped me, was that you don't get any brownie points for hating yourself. Self-hate and self-loathing is a learned behavior, and when you don't take the time to really understand and unlearn that behavior, it starts to affect how you feel about yourself, and how you feel about yourself will affect how you show up in the world, and how you show up in the world will reflect the reality that you have. So we want to make sure that we're not showing up in the world as somebody that hates ourselves. And a lot of people are going to project on you because they don't truly know or understand themselves. So if they don't know themselves and they hate themselves, why would I join in on a hate train against me? Because the thing is, you're the one that they're hating on to begin with. I don't have anything to hate myself about because clearly I'm doing something right. Clearly you see something in me that you like or you don't like, or something that you want, whatever the case may be. So I'm doing something right at the end of the day because I'm not hating on somebody else. And again, why would I join in on a hate train for myself? Because a lot of people are going to say, you think that you're all that because you did this, or you think that you're better than us, or you're bougie, you're stuck up, you're mean, you're selfish, you're cruel, all of the things. They're going to say all of the things, but it's like, I don't truly feel that way because I have healed and developed me a healthy self-concept. So how you see me is not how I see me, okay? I see me as somebody who can do great things. I don't see myself as somebody who is selfish and mean and manipulative. That's projection because that's you, not me. And not you, the viewer. I'm talking to the toxic person, right? So to practice adopting a new mindset, a new perspective for yourself, is to start acting like the main character. Pretend you're starting your life from literally zero, and start planning and visualizing who it is that you want to be and what it is that you want out of life. And start moving from that energy of the main character, because the thing is, you're the only person that lives your life. Other people are living their own lives. And I feel like people who are really obsessed with themselves look at themselves as like an icon in the making. What are her habits? What are some of the skills that she has? How does she show up for herself? How does she discipline herself? How does she motivate herself? How does she love herself? How does she talk to herself? How does she pour into herself? How does she ground herself and keep herself present? These are some good questions to really see what you want to integrate into whatever life it is that you want to create. And a good question I like to ask myself to see if I'm actually focused on me is, am I stressed about my own life? And what I mean by that is, like, we should not be spending our time stressing and worrying about other people's lives and their drama. Because most times, if people are always caught up in a cycle of drama and chaos in their life, and they're complaining or they're not just doing anything about it, then why am I spending my time caring about their problems more than they care? You can't help somebody that does not want to be helped. You can't save somebody that doesn't want to be saved. As long as you want help for yourself, as long as you want to be saved, then we can work together. But I'm not sticking my hand out and caring about other people's problems and issues more than they care about it themselves. I have to be obsessed with what I have going on. I have to be in check and aligned with me at all times. So if I'm going to be stressed about anything, I'm going to be stressed about my work. I'm going to be stressed about my problems. I'm going to be stressed about whatever it is that I need to be stressed about, because I need to worry about me and the life that I want to build and becoming the best version of myself. None of this is to be cocky or conceited or to be self self-centered, but it's like at the end of the day, nobody's gonna help you get to the person that you want to be, live the life that you want, especially if you're focusing on them. Nobody's gonna help you do that but you can save yourself. You can cultivate your life yourself. And in my experience, adopting a new mindset and perspective on myself was a lot easier when I actually started letting go and actually detaching from my old identity. And if I'm being real, I had to work through a lot of internalized standards and expectations that a lot of people conditioned me to have. Once I started working through and healing through that, I was able to make more room to cultivate the identity that I wanted to create for myself. And what I mean by internalized standards, I'm not gonna talk too much on it in this video, but I have to be real with y'all. That's stuff like internalized colorism. That's stuff like bullying. That's stuff like expectations that your parents have of the person that they want you to be and the dreams that they want you to have. That's stuff like trying to meet the IG beauty standard. These are very real things that a lot of us don't think about, but once we start working through those issues, that's how we're able to unlock that new level of confidence. Because yes, at one point in my life, I did feel like I was lesser than just because I was black. And I have to be honest. We're not gonna get into it too much, but we have to be honest. When you adopt a new mindset on, I'm not lesser than just because I am black, you start to unlock that confidence of like, baby, I'm all that because I am black. You know what I mean? And the best tips for you to start actually being obsessed with yourself is to become your own internalized beauty standard. Meaning you have to literally forget what society, your family, and your friends deem as the expectation or the standard. You literally have to become your own standard. So what is it that you like about yourself? What kind of hair do you like on yourself? How do you want to dress? How do you want to talk? How do you want to present yourself? How do you want to live? What do you want out of life? And once you have a clear direction and a clear vision of what it is that you want for yourself, you can start to work towards that standard. That alone is you practicing having standards for other people, but also practicing having standards that you hold yourself to as well. Because to be your own standard, you have to meet the standard that you want for other people. So if you want people to make a certain amount of money, you kind of have to make the same amount of money too. If you want a certain job, you kind of have to meet those qualifications for that job, you know? So whatever we want out of our life, we have to make sure that we are being that too. The second thing is to be in competition with yourself. Be better than who you were yesterday. I think a lot of people don't end up where they want to be in their life because they're obsessed with other people instead of being obsessed with themselves and the life that they want to have. Why worry about a life that somebody else is living that you want when you can get up and go get that too? Be better than who you were 6 months ago. And it doesn't always have to be a grand change. It could be something like, I have a new mindset on things. I have a new outlook on life. I have more discipline than I did 6 months ago. I'm in a better headspace. I'm in a better physical space than I was 6 months ago. When you're obsessed with yourself, the goal is to always be better than who you were. So yes, last year, if you looked a certain way, let's try to find some ways that we can look better. If we ate bad last year, let's find some ways that we can start to eat healthier. That way we can look and feel better. When we look and feel better, we show up better. We perform better. We do our jobs better. We show up for people better. We show up for ourselves better. Because when you get comfortable is when you get complacent. There is always something for us to be working on and changing about ourselves. And it's not to say that we're trying to change ourselves because there's something wrong with us and we have to reach this ultimate level of perfection. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is we always have something that we can be doing better. There's so much life to live. There's so many new experiences to have. And we're always going to get new information. So we kind of always have to adapt. But as long as we're adapting forward and for the better, we're doing it the right way. Truly being obsessed with yourself is being in competition with yourself. All I see is me. All I'm focused on is me. My journey, my life, what I want, my goals, my dreams. That's all that I have going on. I think too, we have to start enforcing that boundary with people. I'm not saying that you don't need to communicate this with people that understand boundaries and who actually respects you. But when it comes to people that are toxic, people who don't understand you, you don't really need to be around those types of people. But if you have to be around them, you just have to start acting and moving differently. You just have to stop giving people your time. Stop showing up for people. Stop answering those phone calls. Stop going to that place. Stop doing that thing. Stop acting this way. Start believing this thing. Start acting this way. You just have to start moving different because talking doesn't do anything when it comes to those types of people. The best way to protect your energy in that way is to just focus on what it is that you have going on. But with people that you care about and people who actually respect you and your boundaries, you can just let them know, like, this is what I have going on. This is the program. And if you want to act outside of that program, baby, you can go. Seriously though, you can go. And if people are not coming in my life to add to that, I can't allow them to stop what it is that I have going on in my program, because nobody's gonna help me build my program. And number 3, to be obsessed with yourself, is to start acting like a self-obsessed and really start romanticizing your life. I see posts on Instagram all the time talking about how they feel like Instagram is boring and performative at times, and I agree at times. We have to start being more whimsical and really appreciating the small, weird, and quirky things in life. One way that I actually romanticize my life is by documenting my life on and offline. So I know that I want to make a scrapbook, so I start collecting little things that I know I want to put in a scrapbook. Something like a junk journal, for example. I also like to take pictures on my Polaroid. So yes, I don't care if I'm at a restaurant, I'm pulling out my camera with the flash and I'm taking a picture. I'm sorry, that's just what I want to do. And I know a lot of people can look at that behavior and be like, oh, you never been nowhere. I've been places. I just don't care, because this is my life. And I always take pictures on my phone and I post them on Pinterest and I'll post them on my Instagram, which, by the way, y'all should follow me on my spam account if y'all haven't already. Follow me on my spam account. That's where I'm usually the most active, and that's where I like to just document things that I'm just doing in my everyday life. It's nothing grand or special. It's just a small little mundane thing. I feel like it's so much fun because it actually challenges me to be present in my environment and to actually look around and notice things. And there's so many little weird things that I post on my Instagram, like license plates or slogans that I saw that I just feel like a lot of people would overlook. And I love following other people who notice things that I would never notice. So I just love to make a game out of life and just find joy in the small mundane things, because at the end of the day, why not? It's my life. Life is already hard enough, so why not find joy in everyday things? And it's so funny too, because a lot of people in high school used to clown me for being the person who always took pictures of everything and take pictures of the sky and little weird things and post it on my Instagram. And then they would say stuff like, oh, you just need to be present and you need to live in the moment. But then the next day, they were the same people asking me for those pictures and videos. You know what I'm saying? So the point is to never dim yourself down in that way. If you like to take pictures of everything, take pictures of everything. I don't think that documenting things takes away from the lived experience. As long as you're not living through your phone, of course, I don't think there's nothing wrong with taking a picture or two, because baby, I'm gonna do it. Let me see your plate. Let me see it. Okay? And another way to romanticize your life is to start wearing your cute stuff today. Baby, you don't need a reason to put on a good outfit. If you want to be designer down today, baby, you could be designer down today. I don't care. Start dressing for the vibe. Say, for example, like if you're going to a picnic, dress up cute for a picnic, you know, but in your vibe. Make dressing up fun. Wear the cute 2-piece set to the gym. Wear the cute set on your walk. Wear the cute set to Pilates. If you go to Pilates, you can listen to your favorite music. You can do a spa day. You can do DIY maintenance from home. You can buy that outfit. You can get the piercing, get the tattoo, dye your hair, go on solo dates, slow down in your everyday life, dance, celebrate your small wins, drink your favorite drinks, eat your favorite food, go sit outside in the sun, go for a walk, go pet a dog, go have a conversation with a stranger, buy that perfume that you love, go do those hobbies that you love, even if it's from home. You can read your favorite books. There's so many ways to romanticize your life, but you just have to choose what best works for you. For example, me personally, I love waking up in the morning, putting on my robe, going outside and sitting in the backyard in the sun. I love that. Listening to my music and just catching a vibe. That's how I take time for myself to really just ground myself and relax. And I feel like when you start to romanticize your life, this helps you be positive intentionally, like I was talking about in my How to Be Intentionally Positive video. When you romanticize your life, you're choosing to be positive. You're choosing to do the things that will help you feel better in that moment. It's the same concept of like how whenever you start feeling like you're depressed, but you're not actually depressed, you just need your hair done. You know what I mean? It's basically like that. And showing up for yourself positively in these moments when you need it the most helps you not focus on negativity. There's no room for it. I'm so obsessed with my life. I just want everything to be a vibe. People ask me what I'm doing. I'm just vibing, just chilling. Or why do you like this? Oh, it's just a vibe, you know? Just vibe. Like, when y'all stop taking life so serious, I'm not saying to not be serious, but I feel like when people stop being so serious about literally everything in their life, they will start to feel more at peace. They will start to have more joy in the small things because it's just not that serious. You know, be funny, be whimsical, have personality, show who you are. People want to see you, so be you. But that is pretty much all I have to say for this video. Hopefully y'all found some value from it, and if you did, please leave a like or a comment down below. It really helps my channel out a lot to know that you like videos like these. I love each and every one of y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for always supporting me on my journey. I know I say this all the time, but I'm gonna always tell you because I really do love you, and I really do want the best for you, and hopefully you want the best for you too, right? But let me know in the comments of any topics that y'all would want me to talk about. Go ahead and follow me on my Instagrams right down below on the screen, and I will see y'all in my next video.